Good morning guys, it's 8:30 in the morning and it's only just got light. Today is day 6 where we ride to New Tingri. So on today's ride, we ride 330 kilometers and we're going to be going to an altitude of 14,000 feet. So all the guys are getting their bikes prepped and fired up for today's ride. It's a little bit cooler this morning. Right guys, we are on the bike and we are ready to roll. If I can roll it off the centre stand. Here we go. And we are off. Oh, already as you set off you can feel the cold air in your lungs on your face. And it's going to get a lot colder. Oh yeah, remember we are on the right hand side. I mean look at that for a view guys. As we turn the corner, I could see that out my hotel window. Snow-capped mountains, absolutely beautiful. I mean, look at that. So I've got my my rucker jacket on today. This is the Explorer. I've got all the vents closed up. We've got a security check post to go through. We've got to go fuel up. And then I think it's pretty much one road of 330 kilometers, which I've just reminded myself I forgot to reset the clock, but we shall do that now, minus a couple of K. Oh, look at that when you turn that corner. That looks amazing. So at the minute I've just got my thermal rucker gear under my jacket. A lot of it is protecting yourself from that wind. The temperature's going to rise a little bit when the sun gets on you, but then we've got a high pass to go over, and then we've got some choices to make, whether we put some more layers underneath. I'm certainly going to change my gloves. These are summer gloves, and to be honest I should have put my my intermediates, my windproof gloves on. So this is the security checkpoint we've just come to. I noticed my bag was flapping around earlier, so this isn't done up on the pannier. Yeah, it certainly is a little bit brisk this morning. As the sun's hitting that mountain in front, it just looks amazing. So there's a little yak in that field there. Starting to feel slightly guilty this morning because that's what I ate last night. First time I've tried a bit of yak. The food was fantastic, the restaurant we went to. Traditional Tibetan meal, a little bit of everything on a big platter, and we tried a little bit of kind of curried yak, and oh, absolutely amazing food. And we are through. You even get your photo took as you're riding through. I was just saying to the other guys back there at the stop, I've got really bad pins and needles in my fingers. It's one of the side effects from the altitude sickness tablets. We're kind of double dosing in a way. I think when I went to the Indian Himalayas, I was just taking kind of 250 milligrams a day. Now we're doing like 250 milligrams in the morning, 250 milligrams in the evening. It just might have kicked in this morning, but some of the other guys were saying they've had it all in their face, like just a tingling sensation. And I do think we're gonna have some pretty extreme temperatures. Even today it's gonna get cold. We've already started making that climb, but like I was saying in the last video, the roads are really good. There's one of them speed cameras, look. The roads are so quiet, you don't see anybody about. These trees are amazing, they're like a giant sized bonsai. Right, so we got some cattle in the road here. I don't know where Mr. Cow's going. Oh, he's trotting off. Out of the way. So you can see up here where all the average speed cameras are. There goes Scott. He's absolutely flying on that Enfield. One or two of the guys are wearing high vises today as well, and you can spot them a mile away. in my waterproof bag on the back of the bike. I've got 3 pairs of gloves. I've just changed to my intermediate ones now. As we climb the mountain, I might even put my winter gloves on. Like I said, it's not so much about the temperature, but the wind chill. These roads are absolutely fantastic. I mean, I have not seen a car yet. We've rode through a couple of little sort of villages, towns, empty, absolutely empty. We've got the river running to the left of us. I think there still might be the Trusty River. And imagine places like this are completely bleak in the winter. I mean, we're in the month of October and it's getting really cold. Okay, so we've just pulled over to fuel up, and we've done approximately 70 kilometers. So yeah, my hands are absolutely tingling. It's definitely from the altitude sickness tablets we've been taking, because everybody's having the same sort of thing. I can't believe how quiet it is. I mean, we've just kind of rode through a bit of a town, and there's literally nobody about. We've been told they tend to do fueling up sometimes a little bit different here. So yeah, this is what's happening. I think we're just doing one by one. Normally we'd all go in together, and sometimes they would fuel the bikes up with the cans rather than from the pump, but this time they are fueling up from the pump. Just cracked out the winter gloves as well. So with these gloves, it's a 2-layer system. So you've got the warmth and you've got the grip. So if you want the warmth, you can pop your hand in there, and if you want the grip, you can pop your hand in there. Right, let's press on. Yeah, it's amazing how much cooler it is when you start getting moving on this bike. I mean, it looks lovely and sunny, which it is, but that temperature, that wind chill factor is so cold. Wow, look at this lot. It's like a stampede. There's hundreds of them. Trying to wind our way up the mountains now. A bit by bit you feel that temperature dropping. Kind of full throttle, second gear. Really have to wait for them revs to build up. As soon as you start entering the corner, I tend to try and get on the throttle. It looks like they're building some sort of tunnel over there. Wow, yeah, look at this. Just gonna check this out. You come to places like this and you can be the only one here. I mean, look at that. Yeah. It's Scott from Texas. So guys, you can probably see in the background all the snow-capped mountains, and if I turn around, look at that. Hey, I'm kind of getting out of breath, so I'm guessing we've climbed a bit of altitude, but it's time to press on. Ooh, got to get that visor down. So one of the other things they have in Tibet, which is it's quite funny really, because they just don't look real. They have these kind of fake police cars. I'll just kind of pull over, look. They just pop them on the hilltops and whatnot, and they're just like old scrap cars, and they make them look like police cars, so people just slow down. Maybe from a distance it works. So now we're on the plateau. It's a straight bit of road that runs in between the mountains. So as we just turn the corner, look at that, what a view.
Guys, we have stopped at the Kulamanga National Nature Reserve. Apparently there's a lot of wildlife out there. So the lake is called Picturesque Lake. I can see a few animals in the distance, can't quite make them out. I mean, that lake doesn't look like it's that far away, but it's a fair distance. And just to the right of the lake, you've got these snow-capped mountains in the background. So yeah, it's quite funny, all these Chinese people here, they just love having photos took with us. And I don't think they're used to seeing certainly a group of bikers in these parts. I mean, you just don't see anybody in these parts. So I've just checked the altitude meter and we're at 15,500 feet. And unfortunately, one of our guys has gone down with altitude sickness. He's been given some oxygen. So this is where the support truck comes in. The bike gets loaded in the back so the rider has time to recover so we can continue on with this journey. Right guys, it's time to get back on the bikes. Yeah, nice little stop. This was one of the chai stops. Like I say, the views are just out of this world. Had a few little snacks. If I'm sounding out of breath, it's because we are at 15,500 feet. We have got a man down at the minute though. So altitude sickness can hit anybody at any time. Whether you've been to high altitudes before, whether you're the fittest person in the world, if it hits you, it is horrible. He wasn't well, he's been on oxygen, he's been sick, his bike's been loaded onto the support truck, he's in the back of the support van. He's feeling better, he says, so he's going to sit this one out and hopefully he'll fully recover and be able to continue on with this journey. Everybody's waiting for Alex, the leader, just to get his gloves on. Right, we are ready to roll. So mileage wise, we've done 126 kilometers and this is the Tibetan Plateau. So those crosswinds have really picked up, starting to see a few more vehicles, and it looks like there's something in the distance, possibly a fuel station. It's the first thing I've seen for absolutely miles. That's the first fuel station. So I'm guessing if you're on bikes, you've really got to watch out you don't run out of fuel. Whoa, Yaxin Road, Yaxin Road. Whoa. So yeah, it looks like we're in a bit of a village, very colourful. So we've done 242 kilometres, it's pretty much a straight road. All the locals are out waving to us. Again, you come to these towns and stuff and you just look how empty it is. There's hardly anybody about. Oh, I'm dying to get off the bike. Just need to stand up for a minute. Is there any shops? Can't see anything. You seem to get a lot of, there's a lot of like new buildings that are going up, and it's like they're empty. I mean, there's the police station there. Don't seem to be any action going off. Right, so we're turning in now. Is this a chai stop? Looks like maybe that's a little cafe. We're just testing the water with this one. Yeah, I mean, there you can see the police station, and the only kind of movement is a couple of cows over there. It's just everywhere. It just seems like a ghost town. There's always the resident cow knocking around. So in Tibet, this seems to be the transport of choice. And we've seen a few of these rolling around the town as well. Strange looking vehicle, but everything seems to have a purpose. And generally these are for the storage on the back. By the looks of it, this is the only place that's open in the whole town. Let's go in and take a look. Ni hao. So the boys have already got their seats ready. So we've got some rice and vegetables to tuck into. This looks great. Right guys, we are fed and ready to roll. Like I said, I think this was probably the only place open in the whole town. The cow's just gone for his little feed, probably got our scraps. And we are off once again. So we've done 243 kilometres, got about 90 to go. Just feeling a little bit warmer. And so far really impressed with the Ruka kit. The gloves are fantastic, the jacket and the trousers are working amazing. There's no draft getting in absolutely anywhere, and I think that's the key to these things. Like I said, it's the wind that's cold. So I think at these sort of speeds it shouldn't take too long to get to where we're going in New Tingri, Cowin Road. So yeah, I reckon in about an hour and a half to 2 hours, if the terrain stays like this, we'll be there in no time. Take my time, not want to spook the yaks. They're kind of wandering in the middle of the road and stuff. Are they yaks or cows? I don't think I could tell the difference, to be honest. Yeah, we've kind of passed through one or two places like this. They look very kind of uniform, very similar. Again, not many people knocking around. So we're nearly at the 300 kilometre mark, and to be honest, it's been fairly easy today. I thought it was going to take a lot longer initially, but once we got to this plateau, it's just straight roads. The scenery's been absolutely fantastic. You do ride through one or two kind of small towns, villages, and get to see some interesting things. Was it the sheepies this time? Yeah, there's quite a few of them. I'm not sure I'd want to be a farmer out here. It's cold enough now, never mind through the winter. The police are videoing this, not quite sure what's going off. Don't know what that meant, but you just nod. I mean, everybody's friendly enough. I think it's more of an interest. This place looks a little bit more built up. All the signage on the roads and on the shops in Chinese writing. Above my head with these two enormous signs. So we're staying in New Tingri. Not sure if this is like Old Tingri. Oh, we're turning. Are we here? Is this the place? I think this is it, guys. We are here. Well, as you can see, there's nobody in the car park. There was nobody in the front parking. So guys, we have made it to New Tingri. 330 kilometre ride. Didn't seem that bad, it went quite quick. I think we did it in around the 5-hour mark with a couple of stops. We're only 60 kilometres northwest of Mount Everest here, and you can feel the temperatures have dropped. It's given out -6 tonight, but the wind chill factor is a lot more. So I hope you like the video, guys. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Give us a like, and I'll see you in the next one.